He gets it in. It's gonna be tight here. It's in. Oh my God! Goalie goal. Goalie goal. Goalie goal. Where do we find these guys? He's going. He's going. And he's got it.
All right, well, welcome back, everybody, to some Contender Division action on PHL. My name is Log, and I'm joined once again by the one and only Texas Donut. We got a matchup between the Calgary Galaxy coming in town to play the Moose Jaw Moose here in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. How's it going, Donut?
Good. Welcome to everyone in Radio Land. How about you?
It's going great, man. I just popped my Miller High Life. It's going to dehydrate me and get me ready for this game. I'm predicting a loud contest tonight. Rumor has it that the captain of the Calgary Galaxy Fly might be playing some subs. We'll see. But it's going to be an interesting matchup. If we take a look at the standings, the Moose Jaw Moose, excuse me, that's the wrong standings, but the Moose Jaw Moose are in third place. They've been making a climb recently. And the Galaxy's still sitting in first. They're around 40 or so points. And, I mean, what do you think? I think it's just going to be a really loud contest. Lots of goals.
I mean, it could be very one-sided or it could be a good contest. It just depends. You know, with Calgary and Moose Jaw, they have good goalies. If those goalies are on fire and doing well, it could be a very low-scoring game. But if Calgary runs over that defense on Moose Jaw and Moose, it could get a little ugly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the contest. We might be moving to a different rink again. We'll keep an eye on that. But I want to talk about the captains for both of these teams. For the Galaxy, it's going to be Fly. He's got a nasty 31 points, and that's not even the team leader. So that's going to be 7 goals and 24 assists, which honestly, Fly being the assist man really surprises me. What about you?
It doesn't surprise me as much because Fly has a very offensive powered team, and he spent about 2 weeks in Pugs playing defense as a necessity just to help out the team on defense. So he's really improved his game from just being a simple scorer to being more of a two-way player and making more plays on that.
Yeah, very well said. And TD, looks like you got some fans in the chat. Welcome in, Beluski. So if you look at the other captain, Monty, welcome back. Monty, the goalie and captain. Only 5 games played so far, but he's got only 4 goals against and 1 shutout. So pretty good showing from him so far.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you're commissioner of some of the D3 things, and I know Monty had been working long hours. He was working 10 to 12 hour shifts back to back. He was working I think 10 or 11 days in a row. So he took a long break to, you know, focus on work, and now he's back and he's ready to help his team win however he can.
Yeah, 2 very vocal captains. And, you know, being a captain is a lot of work enough just by itself, but being a goalie captain and being commissioner, as you said, is just incredible that he's able to do all that. So huge shout out to him. As we get ready to start, we'll see if we got all the players in. Starting goaltenders, looks like it's going to be Crowbar for the visitors, and Frigg's going to get the start here. Monty, I think, was in the lobby. He's gone now, so we'll see if Monty makes a surprise visit. But Frigg as well for the Moose Jaw Moose has been very, very good. Lots of games played. I think they had 15 games, around 20 goals allowed, so a solid backup for Moose Jaw.
Yeah, and with Monty out, Frigg has kind of held it down. He's on the top performer sheet. He's got 3 or 4 shutouts. He's got a good goals against average. And also, just a small note, Monty's actually skater. He's left wing on blue right now.
Oh, really? This could be a warm-up skit. Hopefully not. That would be very entertaining for the stream. Monty skating around there. Could see him being a big hitter, I'm not going to lie.
He comes back, scores 3 goals, carries the entire team. You know, light work.
That would be very sick. I think he could be a total wall, especially on defense. I could see it from him. And what better test than the Calgary Galaxy with players like Jack, Echo. Obviously, we'll see if they're all playing or if they sit out for a game. But this Calgary Galaxy team has some serious handles, some of the best handles in the entire division.
Yeah, most of the offense flows through Echo. Echo is going to be that otherworldly, deke out the goalie, make some flashy, goals, plays. But you also have Fly and Jack, who both have very deceptive, good shots. They keep it fairly simple. Both Fly and Jack can get around people and then get to the goalie, make 2 or 3 quick moves, and then put it on the back net as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And, they're backed up by Crowbar, too, so they get opportunities to play a little extra offense. Crowbar, fantastic performance so far in Division 1 and 2. My mistake in the last stream, I said he was a D2 starter. It's felt that way with the amount of D2 games he's played, but he's actually a D1 starter, which is well-deserved. He's just been a total stud for both teams he plays for.
Yeah, Crowbar is one of the better goalies in both divisions. He's been around for a while. He's also a very nice person. He can help out with a lot of goaltenders and looking for tips. He's also leading with shutouts as well. He's in top 3. He's also top 3, and so it's one of those things where if Calgary was just offensively, there would be something to beat. But they're also backed up by incredible goaltending, and just makes it so unstoppable.
Yeah, absolutely. So as of right now for the Galaxy, it looks like they got Oywif out there. It looks like they'll be running Jack, Echo, and Fly for their top line. For the home squad, Paul Correa here, sneaky good player in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, Paul is very good. He's also a sniper as well. You get him over the offensive zone, he's going to be able to get that puck in the back of the net. And he's also been working on just trying to get his play two-way as well, so he can come back and help on the defense. So he's a good player.
Absolutely. As the two teams getting ready to start, looks like we've got the vote start going. Shout out, I guess Creeper Donut playing their first game. Playing for the Galaxy. I'm not sure, or no, maybe not. Maybe they're benched. But yeah, no, he says not today. Little prank on us, but the players voting now to get started. You can kind of feel the tension in this one with both of these teams towards the top of the standing. Going to be a really good matchup here tonight.
Yeah, and Creeper Donut being on the Moose Judges, apparently also related to all the donuts, which is actually not true, by the way. But however, just had to set that record straight. But yeah, if maybe he just makes a substitution tonight, and that would be his first game. He doesn't have any kind of records as far as games played.
Yeah, man, we almost got enough donuts here to make a dozen. We'll need a few more, but, we could see that maybe in a couple months or years. More and more donuts will come. They just keep spreading around.
Well, I mean, just like you started the log trend, we could start the donut trend. Everyone can change their name to donuts.
The log trend. I think it's dead now. I hope it's dead, but it was quite the thing when it was going. Especially from guys like Mr. Loggles or Squiggles, whatever you want to call him. He got a dub tonight for the Texas Toucans, as we saw previously streamed by Katie. As a puck drop is underway, it's going to start in the Calgary Galaxy zone as 2K Jack will get it started. Jack number 36, he's got Fly in his left on the wing. Jack over the logo. Nice move over Paul Correa. Jack stepping in. He's got Echo down low. Opposite pass back to the blue line. Missed the stick of Oywif, though. And Oywif will get the play reset. Galaxy now, the captain, Fly. Fly will start in his own zone. Stops in the dime and turns to Jack. Jack now over the logo again, looking to break in. He's got Paul Correa, walks over. Paul Correa, nice stick. Cleared all the way out. The Calgary Galaxy still with the puck here in the first period of play. 0-0. We got 4 minutes remaining in the first. It's Oywif now. Very talented defender. Fly knocks down Parabola to the right of Crowbar. Huge hit. Looking for Jack's stick now with the pass. Doesn't get there, and Novastar for the home team will knock it opposite side. Nice dump, but it'll go to Jack, 2Ks. Very, very good point getter for the Calgary Galaxy is Jack. Very silky mitts. He'll get the play started again. A pass looking for Echo. Couldn't find him. Jack takes it away, though. Here comes Jack fighting Parabola along the half boards. Jack will try and flip it up high to himself, but Novastar's there in a clear all the way out. Look out, Canoodle on a break. He shoots and scores!
Oh, my God.
Early in the game, Canoodle with a bomb after a breakaway.
And that's what you have to do against the Calgary. You can't let them get you through the neutral zone. They got through the air. Canoodle breezed in, Dash little crowbar, give him a little shake and bake, scored a top shelf.
Yeah, Canoodle. Breakaway came out of nowhere, kind of, but Canoodle is the last person, one of the last people you want to see on a breakaway if you're a goalie. He'll take that goal for the Moose Jaw Moose. A big goal for them early in the game. The assist goes to Novastar. What a goal.
Yeah, and that's what you have to do about this Calgary team. If you let them just have all the offensive zone time, you'll just end up in your zone most of the night. You either have to play team defense and skate it out, or you have to get those breakaways just like Canoodle got.
So 1-0 Moose Jaw earlier in the game. Here comes Flyfire in his own zone. Tries to level out Parabola. He'll pass it back to OIF, who will flip it along the boards. Looking for Jack. Tries to get a stick on it. He can't. Goes back to OIF. OIF flat-footed here. Look out. Paul Correa steals it. Here comes Paul Correa. Tried to dance through OIF. He couldn't. Now Echo will bail out his defense here. Over to Flyfire in his own zone. Flyfire looks at his options. Cross-ice pass to Echo. Bounces a little too far, though. And now it's Parabola. Tries to get it around Echo. Look out. Parabola.
Canoodle's out again. Canoodle's out again.
It's Canoodle again. Look out. He's cherry-picking. He's got one to beat. Oh, he fanned on it. Looking to cut to the middle there. It's Canoodle. Dangerous so far. Cherry-picking quite a bit here for the Moose Jaw Moose.
Yeah, maybe Moose Jaw scouted him. They have some kind of strategy where they're trying to get Moose in behind OIF. As those three forwards, it's easy to get behind that one defender when he's alone.
Absolutely. Look out. Canoodle coming again now. He's got one to beat and Fly. Tries the center. Good block. Now Parabola trying to jump in. Taken away by Jack, though. Jack can get the rush started. He's got some room here. Jack, what'll he do? Shoots it just way wide of Frigg. And Echo will dump it in deep. Jack is there on the other side. Jack will cradle the puck over to Flyfire. Fly, the captain of the Calgary Galaxy. He's got Jack down low. Got a couple options here. Goes back to Jack. Jack will center. Look out. Crazy bounce, I believe, just goes wide of Frigg. And the Moose Jaw Moose will get it reset. A dump opposite side. Looking for Paul Correa. Paul Correa, but bad. Very misleading name there. Paul Correa, but good would be a better name. Here comes Fly over to Echo. Echo centers for Jack. Couldn't get his stick all the way on it. Jack now bouncing the puck around in the offensive zone. He's got Echo at center. Look out, it's centered through the blue paint. Couldn't tap it in.
Moose Jaw defense has to get a little bit better. They have to cover whoever's in front. You can't have anyone in Calgary just open in a slot like that. Not very often are they going to miss like that.
Yeah, rare misfire for Echo. He was kind of pressured a little bit there, so they recover a bit. And now here come the Galaxy again in their own zone. Fly across to OIF, number 22 for the visitors. OIF, a flipper. Look out. Jack was there. Goes a little past his stick, though. Parabola will clear it out. Nobody deep for Moose Jaw, and Echo will slow the game down for the Calgary Galaxy. 1-0 with 13 seconds remaining in the first period. Flyfire, one last chance here in the period. Tries to send it deep. He can't. It's dumped, and that will end the first period. A big 1-0 lead for Moose Jaw. The goal by Canoodle to get them and their fans going at home.
Good play by Nova as well at the end there to get that out of there. There's just going to be a little more dangerous chances that could have gone in. But Moose Jaw as well, playing very well. They're clearly got some kind of strategy going on. Looks like Canoodle's been up 3 or 4 times. It's up to OIF to stay back. He cannot pinch up on these plays or that's going to happen again.
Yeah, and this Moose Jaw team can really make them pay because they play very, obviously very offensive, and their offensemen like to get up on the rush. So if they can defend that well enough, they can send Canoodle on a break multiple times in this game. We'll see. As the second period starts, it's OIF. OIF flips it in deep. He's looking for Jack down low. Jack will chase it. Challenged by Novastar. Jack tries to center. He can't. Puck is stopped. Jack is there. Back to OIF on the point. OIF with a shot. Just went wide. Echo collects it down low to Jack. Jack down low. He's got a couple options. Jack centers. Never gets on goal. A shot. They score. What a shot by Flyfire. And the game is tied.
And this is what the Calgary Galaxy do very well. They cycle. They make plays. They keep it going. They get right to Echo. Echo right in front. Top shelf over Frigg's shoulder.
Yeah, what a nifty shot by Flyfire. And the captain Big response here for the Galaxy, 1-1. I'm looking at the chat here. Oh, goodness. 1-1 tie. Some clever chirping. I don't know if that's even chirping, to be honest. Goal by Flyfire, assist by Jack2K. As we are tied here, shocking the fans. This barn is quiet. As Parabola, long dump pass, looking for Canoodle. Can't find him. Good defensive play. And now Jackal, pass over to Echo. Echo cradles it down nicely. Echo, pass to Oywef at center. A shot, easy save, rebound. I don't think the second shot went on goal. Great chance for Echo. Now he centers it. Look out! Just wide. Echo will chase it. 2 defenders harass him. It's Parabola Novastar, but Echo flips it in deeper. Echo with a little bit of room, taken away by Parabola, though. 1-1 tie here. 3.5 minutes to go in the second period of game 1. Here comes Paul Correa, but bad. Over to Flyfire, though. He takes it away. Nice pass for Jack. A little too far. Jack down low. Echo behind the goalie. Walks in. Taken away. Play gets reset now for the Galaxy. Pass. Hit the stick of Canoodle, but Flyfire is there. Echo got leveled out. Reverse hit by Paul Correa. What a hit. And Parabola is there for the home team. A dump looking for Canoodle maybe. Little too wide, though, as Crowbar will come out of his crease and flip it to center. They're going to dump it again to Canoodle. Canoodle and Paul Correa on the attack. Parabola jumps in. The shot hit the body of Echo. They'll try and clear it out. Here comes Jack2K. Jack2K, what'll he do? He's got Echo. He's dancing around Novastar. Can't get it fully around him. And Jack will cradle the puck and send it deep. A little miscommunication with Echo, though, as Novastar will clear it out. Clear it all the way. Oywef now slows the puck down for the Galaxy. In a 1-1 tie with 2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the second period. Jack tried to center. He can't. Here comes Echo. Nice sap, but nobody there. Jack tries to get there, but they clear it out. Now Canoodle will get the play started. Along the half boards to Parabola. Long saucer shot just wide. Oywef behind his goal will flip it. It's Flyfire now. Captain for the Galaxy. Got the go-ahead goal for them. To tie the game at 1. Here comes Echo. Flips it way up high. Don't think he was intending on that. But Flyfire does get there. Rims it around back to Jack. Jack will try and wrap it. Somebody got a stick on it. Now Echo keeping the puck alive. Hits Fly's stick but goes a little bit over. And Jack will try and step back in here for the Galaxy. He's forced to dump it but goes off the stick of Canoodle. A big hit. Parabola's on the ground. I think it was friendly fire as you mentioned along the rim there. And it goes all the way to the Galaxy zone. Crowbar taking a chance. He comes out. Just over a minute to go in the period. Watch out, Jack could be gone here. Parabola swats his stick like a ceiling fan. It helps out, though. Swats it over to Canoodle. And now Novastar. One-on-one action with Oywef. Novastar, nice pass. Paul Correa steps in the shot. Great save by Crowbar. Stepping out with the aggressive stop.
We got 2 goals up. We got a breakaway coming.
Look at this. It's Jack. Action back and forth on the line, and he scores!
Just as I was about to say, we had some good goalie dueling going on. Jack comes right down the barrel, shoots it. I think Frigg gets a touch on it. I think it's just an unfortunate bounce that goes under his stick on the bar and then in.
So a great save by Crowbar turns into a scoring chance and a goal on the other end. That's 200-foot hockey right there as the Galaxy take a 2-1 lead out of nowhere. A shot. Great save by Frigg. Coming out of their crease to make that one. Dangerous chance as Canoodle looking to get the equalizer for the home squad. Down 2-1 here in the second period. 27 to go. Canoodle walked in himself. A great save by Crowbar. Over to Echo now. 20 seconds remaining in the period. Clears it out. Jack's going to chase, but Parabola's going to get there. The goal by Jack2K, assist by Fly, so they have been trading off back and forth all night here. Here's Flyfire. Flyfire tries a center. That's a great play. Echo was there. Puck goes out, though. Long pass looking for Canoodle. Not going to connect, and that'll end the second period. The Calgary Galaxy here coming out of nowhere. Taking a 2-1 lead. Erasing the 1-0 Moose Jaw Moose lead.
However, Moose have had good defensive plays. They made 3 or 4 good defensive plays. Frigg made some good saves. It just the Galaxies are just so good at cycling and making those plays happen that even you can do it 9 times out of 10 right, but then that one time goes in is what costs you the game.
Absolutely. As the third period drops, you wonder what's going on the bench for both teams here, especially the Moose down a goal now out of nowhere. As they'll look to try and get it back in the third period. I think they can, and I agree they have played pretty well defensively. They just got to find the second half of their game now. As a long pass to Canoodle, Crowbar will flip it out of danger. The answer for the Moose Jaw Moose could come from Canoodle. I can smell something like that happening. Jack, quick pass. Couldn't find anybody. And now Echo's there trying to keep it in. It's Echo. He's got Jack with him. Tries to pass it softly to Jack. Still finds Jack's stick somehow. After all that, Jack will dump it back in. Echo will chase. Nova Star kind of confused where the puck was. It goes to Parabola. Across looking for Nova Star. Good takeaway by Fly. The shot. Great save by Frick. Echo a chance. Another stop with Jack in front of the crease, waving his stick around like a windshield wiper. Great saves by Frigg. Now it's dumped all the way in. Echo on the attack. Tries to center. Fly on the point. Fly with a shot pass to Echo. Seemed to be a slap pass out of nowhere. Echo looking for the backdoor tap-in. Now Echo again. Echo tries to flip it on goal. He can't. Goes around the rim to Jack. Jack back to Echo. Tries to shoot. It was blocked. Echo retrieves the puck. Pass to Jack. Lands in a funny spot, and it's cleared all the way out. 2-1 Moose Jaw here with, 2-1 Calgary here with 3.5 minutes to go.
Calgary has been, they get it in the zone. One of the forwards grabs it in the corner, and they're passing it back out the slot. The defensemen really have to try to block out that slot player.
Look out here,
Canoodle!
God. What a play! That was nasty.
Paul Correa with an amazing cross-ice pass. Defense was not there in time. Canoodle just set up on the back door, slams it in, home, 2-2.
What a goal by Canoodle. I didn't mean to call it, but I guess we did. Canoodle with the equalizer. What a play, and what a pass by Paul Correa. And a shot here looking to take the lead. They can't. Goes wide. Somebody's down there. It's Canoodle. Took a hit. The goal scorer, Canoodle, assisted by Paul Correa, but bad, or just Paul Correa in PHL. One of the most misleading usernames in the entire PHL, in my opinion. I don't even have to say the full name because that's not his name in Puck, but I like saying it. It's a great name. One of my favorite names when I first saw it, to be honest.
I think Buzz Flibbit is one of my favorite names.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I used to think it was when I first saw it, I didn't like fully read the name and process it, so I thought it was like Buzz Philibit or something, like improperly saying the word fillet, like fillet, like I don't know, but I know it now. I still don't call him by his name though. Now look out, Echo a shot, he scores!
This offense is unreal. Jack just with a little flipper. Echo gets around Nova Star. And it's the most perfectly placed top shelf off the bar down and in shot I think I've ever seen.
So a back burner for the Moose as the Calgary Galaxy say we're taking the lead right back. They got 2 minutes remaining here. Now looking to make it a 4-2 lead. They almost do. Goal scorer for the Calgary Galaxy's third goal is going to be Echo, assisted by Jack. Echo will try to center it to nobody. The Fly is there. Fly on the left circle to Echo down low, looking to make a tic-tac-toe play. They can't. As Fly Fire on the half boards will retrieve the puck. Galaxy still on the attack. It's Echo down low on the goal line. Tries to cut into the slot. He can't. Jack's there to try and help out. They'll rim it around. A big hit there. I don't know who that was. Got totally flattened. I approve of that hit. And now here comes Fly Fire, taken away by Parabola. 3-2 lead.
Fly has actually set a hit record. He's hit 30 people in one game before, and he loves to still just start around. That was on Parabola, the defenseman.
Here comes Echo. Echo with a shot. Great save by Frigg to keep it a 1-goal contest. A minute remaining. Some urgency here from the Moose Jaw Moose. They need it. And, add on to what you said, Flyfire is a very, very good hitter. You don't always see it, but when you get him going, he's just flattening people, for sure.
It's just hard to hit people in this game sometimes, and if you do it wrong, then you're out of position. So when it's done right,
yeah.
it's very easy to have an impact.
Yeah, so here comes Paul Correa, 30 seconds remaining. Fly will chip it out to Echo. Echo, ooh, hit it a little too far out of his reach, but it will kill off some time for Calgary. They're up 3-2 now after a back-breaking goal. Here comes Jack. He's going to steal it away and just try and kill off the clock. Nova Star's there. Jack gets it, though. He scores!
Oh.
The insurance goal for Jack, and it's 4-2.
That is just so unfortunate because Nova actually made a really good defensive play. He swiped it from Jack, but it just didn't go off his stick. Jack kept it, got around Frigg, shot it short side.
So a very unfortunate sequence of events for the Moose Jaw Moose, who were looking really, really good in this contest, but it just kind of fell apart at the end. I'm hopeful, though, for their second game. They seem like a team that could take on the Galaxy here and try and, at least get 2 points. What do you think?
They can definitely do it. I saw some, I think some of their forwards are coming back a little too much to try help on defense, which is a very easy thing to get in the habit of against like such an offense like the Calgary, but you can't also interfere with your defensemen trying to make their own plays.
Yeah, absolutely. As we go to warm up again, we'll see how long it takes for the teams to vote start here. See if there's any substitutions. If you're just joining us, the Calgary Galaxy took a 4-2 commanding win against the Moose Jaw Moose. Moose Jaw was in control for a little bit of that game, showing some flashes there of dominance, but the Calgary Galaxy, they just hold up strong, and they just lasted longer and pulled through.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing about a team like the Galaxy. You might shut down one or two players, but they just have that third player that can come in and still break your back, and it's very tough to try to defend all of them together.
Yeah, absolutely. As we get ready for the second game here, looks like we got the same roster here. Flyfire, Crowbar, Jack, Echo, and OF for the visitors. Canoodle, Parabola, Frigg, Novastar, Paul Correa. We do have Monty in the stands. We'll see maybe if he gets an appearance, although I gotta say Frigg still played very well. It's just tough for a goalie sometimes when you're just absolutely peppered like they were tonight.
Yeah, and I think Frick played well. I don't think there was anything that he did anything really like that stands out as a misplay. So I think, when you're gotten 2 goals on the Galaxy and you played that well, I think just run back the same people and see what you can do with it for the second game.
Yeah, and speaking of the second game, it's underway now. The visiting team will dump it looking for Echo, who tried to cut to center. He couldn't. Paul Correa challenges, gets it out. But Oywef is there at center. He'll walk in. He's got some room. He shoots down low. The puck going all sorts of directions there. Nearly tipped on net. And Novastar will get to play reset for the Moose Jaw Moose. Looking to answer back with the win here. It's 2K Jack. Nice pass to himself. 2K Jack with some options. Pass is looking to go center to Echo, but too many bodies collide with him. And now it's Canoodle. Canoodle tries to dance around, get into center, but he can't. And look out, it's taken away by Jack. Great defensive play by the Moose Jaw Moose. Puck has hardly left center ice yet in this game. Now it does. It's Canoodle for Moose Jaw. Backhand shot. Great save. Rebound. Oh. 2 fantastic saves. Ring 10 bell for those saves.
Also, a third save by Oywef. There was a completely open net while Crowbar was half turned behind his net, and Oywef also stopped that shot.
A great defensive play. I'm making a petition to give goalies more stamina. I'm sure no one's going to like that, but I think they should. As Canoodle wraps it. I think Crowbar got a piece of it. Great save. Echo flips it up high. He's got Jack running it down. Here comes 2K Jack. A shot. A great save on the other end. Oywef with the rebound. Oywef down low. He's got some room. Pass over just over the stick of 2 Galaxy players, and it goes all the way out.
We didn't have enough scoring the first game. Let's do some more.
I hope so. I feel like we haven't had too many high-scoring games recently. As Crowbar will clear it out. The goalies in this division and in the entire PHL are just, even in pugs, like it's it's almost like every single goalie, or almost every single goalie, is just phenomenal in these games. Just brick walls. Now here comes Oywef. A shot smacked down by Paul Correa. Canoodle now with the puck. Challenged by Oywef. Oywef's there, goes back into the Moose Jaw zone. 0-0 in game 2. If you're just joining us, the Calgary Galaxy won the first game 4-2. Moose Jaw looking to respond after they had a solid performance, just got a little worn out there in the first game. And now Oywef spinning his stick around, will try and chip it out. Goes to Fly Fire, the captain. Saucer pass to Echo. Look out, that's a great pass. Echo dangles and scores!
And that right there is the best example, Echo, you could be offered up. He gets around your defense. He keeps control even through a stick fight that Nova valiantly tried. He shakes and bakes Frigg, makes him look a little bit silly, scores a backhand goal.
A nasty goal by Echo, and the Calgary Galaxy looking to double down here as they lead 1-0. Fly Fire in the zone now. Speaking of Fly, he's got the assist on Echo's goal. Just an assist machine this season for the Calgary Galaxy. Now Echo in the high slot will take it down low. Got Jack at center. Echo down low, challenged by Novastar. Novastar's there. Echo tries to take it away. Puck flips up high. Oywef is there, but stolen by Parabola. Maybe some room. Now he can't handle the puck, but Paul Correa's there. Paul Correa, high slot, shoots! Great save by Crowbar through traffic. What a stop.
And that's exactly what I talked about with Paul before the game. He's a sniper. You put him over the blue line, he can almost usually get that shot through anywhere on the ice.
A dangerous shot nearly goes in. Crowbar reacts and makes a great save. Puck going back and forth in the neutral zone here over the logo. Canoodle will flip it, looking for Paul Correa. Paul Correa fights through, but Fly comes there and bails out his team. Oywef now debating to take the puck. He does. Rims it all the way around to Echo. 55 seconds to go in the first period of Game 2. Calgary Galaxy with the first goal coming from Echo. Now look out, dangerous play, hops over Oywef's stick, nearly on goal. And now it's all the way opposite side. Here comes Jack. He shoots, blocked out in front. Paul Correa will flip it out of danger. Canoodle tries to get to it. Echo's there at center. Little backhand pass to Oywef, the defenseman, down low now, getting engaged. A centering attempt, saved by Frigg.
Wow, what a save. They had that all buttoned up, and somehow still that shot comes off, hits Frigg's head, and it bounced over the net.
A great save by Frigg. Now it turns into offense for Parabola, who's stripped of the puck. Long pass to Echo, maybe a short 2-on-1, 5 seconds to go. The pass is there. Frigg with the body takes it away. Nearly another chance for the Galaxy to score, and that'll end the first period. 1-0 Galaxy. Thanks to Echo, Silky Mitts, and Fly, just a total assist beast so far this season. Call him Connor McFly, honestly.
I think another underrated thing that doesn't get talked about with the Galaxy is their ability to also do quick ups. They're such skilled players that it looks like not much of a situation, and then they make one good pass, stretch pass up the ice, and suddenly it's Jack or Echo or Fly, which is a horrible combination to try to defend one on two or 1-on-3.
Absolutely right about that. Now here comes Oywef to start the second period. 1-0 Calgary Galaxy in this late night contest on PHL 2. Echo will flip it up high, looking, and not Echo. Echo tried to tip that shot, I believe, from Oywef. We've seen him score 1 or 2 goals like that, jumping up and tipping it down. It's allowed here in puck. Not the NHL, though. A shot goes wide. Paul Correa is there to flip it back on goal. They're trying to go for that tipping on the other side of the ice here, too. Both teams trying to go for that goal. And now Echo collects the puck in his own zone. Jack will slow it down and look at his options. Jack will walk past the blue line. Tries to pass, goes off a skate. It's down low. Echo with some room. Novastar takes it away. That's a great stick.
It's a great stick, and it also bounces fortunate for Moose Jaw. They can try to get out of their zone, but they're being hampered by Fly right now.
Yeah, Fly all over the ice. One of the best 200-foot players in PHL, and for a captain, too. That's just incredible work for him. The team's motivated by him. You can sense it by the way they play. Now here's a takeaway for Echo. With some speed, a shot tries to get a soft one over the pads. Frigg makes a nice save there.
Frigg came out, challenged him, and he also held his ice. He didn't make any moves and just let Echo shoot off of his shoulder.
And now a long shot goes over crowbar saucer there. Paul Correa down low, Parabola, tries to keep it in. Paul Correa, there he is. He'll try and flip it to center, looking for Canoodle. Couldn't pot it home, though. And the puck goes behind to the right of Crowbar. Echo will flip it around the rim, or he'll try to at least. Trying to get it to Jack. He can't. Oyuef's there. He'll finish the job for the Galaxy. And now Jack could be gone with some room here. 2 defenders coming back. Jack, a saucer shot way wide of Frigg. As Novastar blew a tire, look out. Here come the Galaxy again. Parabola's there to take it away with the body. Flips it to Paul Correa. Now the Moose Jaw Moose are gone here. Paul Correa looking for options. Centered in front. Never went on goal. Canoodle, I think I saw just reaching over Crowbar trying to tap it home.
And Canoodle was actually hit by Oyuef behind the play. Canoodle got right up on time just for that backdoor chance.
Timing tends to be everything in puck. I've learned that the hard way as a centering attempt was taken away, and it's going to go back to the Calgary Galaxy's own. The captain Flyfire dumps it way deep, looking for somebody. Novastar's there for the other team. Speaking of them, here come the Moose Jaw Moose now. Canoodle cherry picking a bit. He's got Paul Correa shot. Puck landed on his stick kind of funny and made him shoot it wide. Oyuef now. Oyuef in his own zone. Stick handles over the logo and takes a look for options. Oyuef gets around Paul Correa. Low shot tipped by Echo. And it's wide down low. Here comes Jack. Jack across to Echo down low on the blue line. Centers. Jack couldn't let it go. Oyuef will flip it all the way in off the imaginary ceiling. Here in PHL. Jack now down low. Jack is slowed down by the boards, though, as he kind of collided with him. He tries to cut off Paul Correa. He does. Jack fighting for it. Takes a shot. Great save. Looked out.
Well,
nearly through the 5-hole of Frigg and then goes through the blue paint. Comes out.
Oh, that could have easily been a 2-0 for Frigg. It just barely gets out, but good recovery just to keep it out.
Really awkward puck movement there by Frigg. And it's still 1-0 in period 2. A minute remaining in game 2 as Canoodle gets totally flattened, put on his wallet. As here comes Jack now. Jack tries a backhand pass. Does go to Echo somehow after all that. Paul Correa takes it away, though. 2-on-2 action. Paul Correa, but bad with the green stick. A low shot. I think it was blocked. Slowed down at least. Oyuef there trying to get it out. Flyfire backs him up. Soft pass. Canoodle looking to take it away. He's back up after getting totally leveled. And he's down again. That's Parabola, excuse me. Make some room, though, for Paul Correa. Shot swatted away by Crowbar. Phenomenal performance by Crowbar so far. Parabola shot. Another save. Novastar trying to get a third chance. He can't. 10 seconds to go in the second period. Here comes Jack. Jack, he's got room. He takes a shot. Was blocked. He swats it in the air. Echo a shot. Didn't get all the way through. Novastar is going to dump it out. That will end the second period. Calgary Galaxy still with just a 1-0 lead in this period.
I know the Moose Jaw Moose need a goal, and they might be pressing themselves a little bit, but they've had a few chances where they're in the offensive zone, and when the forwards get that pass, they're rushing it a little bit. They're trying to take one-timers when they might have had time to kind of just gather it a little bit and make sure they get a solid shot on goal. Just something that they might improve upon in the third.
Yeah, I agree. As the third period is underway here, face-off won by the Galaxy. Paul Correa will step in, though, and take a shot way wide. Flying all over the place. Parabola in his own zone will recollect it. And now Flyfire will dump it way out. Over to Novastar in his own zone. Taken away by Echo. Look out. Echo with some room. He comes in. Nice move. A little too far. Ooh, it's on the goal line. Great chance for Echo there. just short though. Here comes Flyfire. A shot bounces way high. Echo now takes another shot, just went wide.
They really just have to make sure they have some forwards that are creeping back on defense, and they're clumping up a little bit to 3-on-2, and it's very much of a mismatch for Calgary because they get a lot more space that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Here comes Jack now. Puck is sitting on a dime. Here comes Echo walking through again. Shoots. Great save by Frigg. Echo now slammed up against the boards. Now he's down low. Puck goes back to Parabola, though. 1-0 Galaxy as Parabola will try and help his team get the equalizer. Cross-ice pass to Novastar. That's a nice pass. Novastar, a shot. Saucered and goes way up high. Paul Correa down low by the goal line. Paul Correa challenged by Echo. 2 Moose Jaw Moose down low, but Echo takes it away. Echo a cross-ice pass over to Oywef. Oywef a little too slow to get the rush started. 2 Moose Jaw take it away. Pass goes over to Jack. Jack trying to walk to center. He can't. And now Echo is there for the Galaxy. Echo, nice move. Walks in. Can't let that shot go. That was a great move. Just couldn't finish it. Parabola now with the puck. Backhand dump. Nearly goes on goal. Canoodle now tries to pass to Paul Correa. Pass doesn't get through. It's number 86, Echo. Tries to get the rush started. Puck ping-ponging all over the place. Here comes Jack. Jack walks in, shoots. Great save by Frigg. With 2.5 minutes remaining in the third period of the second game. Jack down low. Passes to Fly a little too far out. Flyfire dumps it back to Echo. Echo down low. He'll catch it. Centering pass. Nobody there.
Great defensive play by Paul Correa. He's the forward. He caught his man and made sure that they didn't score on that.
Now it's Jack in his own zone. Stick handles. Looks for options. Canoodle ran into the post. It seems it slowed him down. Puck takes a funny bounce. Parabola is there to grab it. Parabola shoots. Great save. Rebound for Paul Correa. What a chance there. Trying to get it around Crowbar, but just misses. Puck flying up high.
And that's what I was talking about earlier, where when you get that chance with your puck, just take a little bit of your space before you take that shot, and it worked out a little bit better for them.
This Parabola looking to make more of that magic happen. Paul Correa, touch pass. Novastar on the point. He'll have to rip it. Goes way up high. Pulled a bad Santa. And now Novastar's going to get a second chance. That goes on goal. It's tipped through the paint. They score!
What a great rebound. It's play from the corner, out back to Novastar. Novastar shoots it. It takes a weird bounce off both Crowbar and Paul, and then Canoodle gets it in and slams it home.
A 1-1 tie. A very crazy bounce. And it turns into a Moose Jaw goal. 1-1. We got a contest here. Echo walking in. Oh, he's walking by himself and he scores.
That's so heartbreaking for Moose Jaw Moose. They just got a good high and now they're back down 1 again. Echo just breezes in. He keeps it simple. He fakes to his left, goes back right with the puck, beats Frigg, short side.
Another back-breaking goal against the Moose Jaw Moose. They're down now. Third period, a minute remaining in this game. They're going to try everything they can to get back in it. As it's Parabola now. Parabola with some speed and momentum. Shoots it. Bounces off the top of the cage. As it's Flyfire. A long dump. Over to Echo. Novastar is there for the home team. 40 seconds remaining in the third period of Game 2. Calgary Galaxy. Echo with the game-winning goal as it stands. And the Moose Jaw Moose get it even again. They'll flip it in. Oh, look out! Puck bouncing around in front of Crowbar. He holds his ground.
Oh, no. Jack's all alone right behind everyone.
And Jack with a breakaway. Great save by Frigg. 14 seconds. Will that save pay off? Dumps it all the way. Here comes Canoodle. Canoodle looking to keep it in. It's Novastar. Oh, can't get the shot away. 3 seconds, 2 and 1. Echo's gone, but it's not going to matter. And the Calgary Galaxy will win both games in regulation, take a big 6 points.
Yeah, Calgary showing this is why they're one of the top teams in this division. I mean, Moose Jaw Moose played very well. I mean, hats off to them for what they've done, but it's just so hard to stop everyone on that ice for the Calgary Galaxy.
Yeah, totally stacked roster. Comes in big again. Credit to Moose Jaw for staying in it. Frigg with a great performance, but another great performance by Crowbar once again, showing why he's one of the best. Helps them out, you know, Calgary with this incredible offense, and you can do that kind of thing when you have a goalie like Crowbar. You know you can rely on him. And the Calgary Galaxy, will take 6 points tonight.
Yeah, and also shout out to Canoodle. He did a very good job. He has most of the points for the Moose Jaw Moose. It was clearly working between whatever the strategy was against Calgary Galaxy, either playing in front of Crowbar or cherry picking and being behind their defense.
Absolutely. Well, that's all we have for tonight. That's all for the PHL. Thanks for joining us on this late night broadcast, a little later than normal. Calgary Galaxy takes 6 points, and you know, we forgot to mention the East Coast Gladiators. Y'all won both games as well, 1-0 in regulation. Is that correct?
That is correct. We won both in regulation, and good game by the Grizzlies as well. They kept it close.
Yeah, the Grizzlies is a team that's starting to get a little more competitive as well. Not in last place actually anymore. So just like Division 3, we could see this division kind of tighten up and get a little more interesting. But as it stands right now, the Calgary Galaxy, I cannot say that right now. The Galaxy will just continue to keep their commanding lead in the standings. That's all. My name is Log. I was joined by Texas Donut. Don't forget, this stream is brought to you by the Remport Tradebreaker. Go there to check out all your favorite PHL news, trades, drops, free agent signings, drama, quotes, everything you could imagine. They do a phenomenal job there. And we are signing out now. Y'all have a great night.
Night.